welcome back. Let me tell you that I am pissed right now. And I'm gonna save you the trouble if you pay attention to this, because this was worse than the Belitiae and than the Gloriosum. This is Philodendron Ring of Fire. I had a few before, but these tend to rot easily. Now, the ones that I had before were like early when they first came out, and the mix that I was using was not actually the best for this. Let me tell you about this first. Why am I pissed? Because I believe like this should be criminal if applicable, because it's like if you breed puppies and you're gonna have them for sale, but before you sell them, you infect them with a deadly disease. So what happens then is not only a crime, but it's also a scam. When growers use this uh, media, like I mentioned on from the others, they put this adhesive on the cocoa peat or the cocoa coir, and it becomes so entangled with the root system that it's impossible not to get it out without damaging the whole root system. So, for one, the plant suffers not only by the whole stress of being taken out of the ideal environment, being on a truck, being on a shelf where it's not being taken care of properly, then it has to be transferred like to our place, to our home, and then we have to deal with this. So look at how much root breakage, and I spent 2 hours.
2 hours later.
2 hours cleaning these roots, separating these two plants that were in the same pot, and they had an amazing root system. But look at this. All these roots are lost, even that I was using the hose and water to soften this off. Because again, what happens with this stupid mix is that if you leave it there and you put this plant, like I'm gonna do, or like most of us do, really chunky mix like this clump will become isolated. It will become completely separated from that media, and then this will dry up. It becomes hydrophobic, and the plant will not receive nutrients, will not receive water, and it will dry up and it will die. So then what we do, we go and get another one and then hope for the best. But why are the growers doing this? This should not be allowed. Like, so whenever you see, and this is my advice for you, whenever you see that you're gonna go buy a plant, check it out of the pot. Like look at it, and if you see that there's a fibrous thing like this, and you don't see any perlite in it, and you see that it's like a whole compact system, don't even buy it, because I don't even know if this plant is gonna make it. Uh, plants are all different. Like some are troopers, some are drama queens. So
I'm a total drama queen.
if this one is a drama queen, most likely it's gonna throw a fit and it's gonna die. But if he's a trooper, hopefully he'll make it. I have take as much as I can, but like between the root system growing into this crap, and all the mistreatment that they had in between, the plant is like on a lot of stress. For that reason, I left it. I have had this on the side waiting for this for about 3 months and let it acclimatize to the environment here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put on a moss ball, because this is a climber. Now this one is very small and it actually has a couple of pops also like coming on the side. So I'm gonna put it in regular aero mix. So let's jump into this. If you have seen my other videos, this becomes standard. You can see the moss balls. I made sure for the making of these moss balls, so you can check that out as well. So here I start with the base. Now is the usual, a little bit of slow release fertilizer, a bit of earthworm castings, a bit of systemic, and a bit of diatomaceous earth, or DE. In my experience, Ring of Fire is not only quite susceptible to root rot, but it's also a slow grower. And I'm thinking that's due to the fact that the natural habitat is in a much warmer climate than what I can provide here. The last one was doing fine, but I left it outside and it did not make it through the winter. So temperature is key for this plant. So if you're in cold climates, this is most definitely an indoor plant, and also might be a plant that needs to be in a cabinet for some, but this plant gets quite large. It's similar if you have my Choco Empress, is that type of growth. The petioles are quite extensive. Trying to look what this is. See that? I don't know what that is right there. But let me set it this way. I'm gonna put the mix in the back of the bowl. I don't want to give it too big of a pot for that reason, but I'm for sure gonna add my powder to this. This is 1 part of rooting hormone, 1 part of cinnamon powder, and 1 part of sulfur powder. So this will be an extra guarantee or safety measure against root rot. You already start growing a little wonky. As you see, the whole growing is like trying to grow that way. I just want to make sure that the root system is inside the pot and it gets covered with the airy mix. Again, because I have so much room in between, I'm gonna do the little slapping of the pot at the end, so I will add more of the fine materials before I smack the pot around. Here in the back, though we don't have any root system, we can really push the media ends to anchor the moss ball. And, later I'm gonna add one of my ceramic containers to add extra stability. All right, so now to finish with a little more of the slow release, earthworm castings, and systemic. I just did the same thing that I did with this other one. I have forgot my mycorrhizate, so I'll just put some on the top and let it sink. And now let's give it a water, and they will be so here they are. So wish me luck with them, because they've gone through a lot today with all that removal and everything. But there it is, Philodendron Ring of Fire. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe, drop a like, comment, and share, and I will catch you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.